Hey, what's up, guys? So I just wanted to share a little bit about the new platform that I am test driving right now. It's called Bookmap, and essentially what it is it allows you to see the order flow, or as a normal candlestick chart, we'll just kind of show you bars. Similar to looking like this is actually a volume chart right here, but you get the idea. This will actually tell you what's essentially going on inside the bar. So we've got a couple different pieces of the chart here, and I'll kind of briefly go over each of them. So in the middle right here, this is essentially your chart. The green line is the bid or the best price that buyers are trying to buy at, and the red line is the ask or the best price that the seller is trying to sell at. And this is the futures market. This is the S&P 500, and then we also have the heat map. So what the heat map is it shows you, in a visual display, a gradient that correlates with the number of limit orders on each side of the market. So as I'm sure you know, a limit order is where you say, hey, I really want to buy at this price right down here. You come in and then you place a limit order to buy, and then it will get you in at 31.2325, which is this price right here. So like I said, the colors that you're seeing, the more red in tone the color is, the higher the number of limit orders that are present at that particular price. So you can see right here we've got a strong band of resistance, so to speak, because there's 335 sell orders hanging out right at this price level. So how this helps us out is because we know that this particular area is going to provide a lot of resistance. You see the volume dots right here, and the green and the red shows the relationship of the number of buy orders versus sell orders. So you can see a really big dot right here, and as it correlates with the volume down here, showing significantly higher volume than some of these other trades that have been going on. So the green color is the number of buy orders, the red is the number of sell orders. And that can be helpful, if you're coming up to a significant area of resistance. If you don't see, really big bubbles like that, and you're seeing, smaller ones that are maybe half and half, or, transversely, bubbles like that, that are, predominantly higher on the sell side, that is a really helpful indication. So basically we can see the resistance live in the market, and then we can actually zoom out and see it over time as well. And so clearly, you can see the level of resistance right here. And then we had buyers that were slowly building into their positions. And then we had this really big spike right in this area where we broke through the resistance, and that set us in on our trend. And as you can see now, the market is kind of reversing. We had some more resistance up here, and we had a support level, and now we're slowly kind of breaking through that support, and potentially coming back down to this support area right down in here. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna watch this support level right here, and essentially, see what happens here, if we're going to be able to break through or not. So this red meter right here shows the cumulative number of orders. So as you can see, we're like negative 2,200. So basically, there's over this chart region that we're looking at, there was negative 200 sell orders, or 2,200 more sell orders than buy orders. So you can see that this support area right here has started to disappear, and although we didn't really get a lot of follow through, and now actually the the longs are coming in. So this is kind of a failure, so to speak. So we had 1 attempt, 2 attempts, 3 attempts, and I find that usually if it fails to do something 3 times, it typically does the opposite. So you can see that we've got this resistance right here. Longs are buying into it. The volume is kind of drying up a little bit right now. You don't see, that one's a little bit bigger. You can see the sellers are kind of starting to step up and defend this level right here. And then on the DOM, or the depth of market, this gives us a lot of extremely helpful information. So of course on the left you can see the price, and these are the buy limit orders right in here. And limit orders are, like I said, when you want to get in at a particular price. If you want to get in at, let me turn my drawing tool off. If I wanted to get in right above this support level right here at 21.24, it's going to do that. But limit orders, they don't really move the market per se. Yes, they will absorb, if the sellers are trying to sell really hard into an area, they will absorb those orders. But what moves the market are ultimately market orders, where people are just willing to buy at any price. So if I feel like we're going to see rejection right here, I might hit a market order right there. You can see represented by the purple triangle, and that is going to get me in at the best price that I can. So in this instance, it would be what was that, 21.24.75, and if you get a string of market orders, that's going to eat up all of those limit orders and overwhelm them, and then that will actually move the price up, up the market. So you can see the trade that I put in here is doing pretty well. We're starting to see a little bit of support, so I'll probably take it off, and I am out. So just a quick little scalp. What was that? It was like 21.24.75 to 21.23. So yeah, just a not a huge move, and this is just on simulator right now anyways. Anyways, back to the DOM. So on this side we've got the ask. These are the sell limit orders. And then on this side, we have the buy limit orders. And in the middle, we have those market orders like I was talking about. So these are the aggressive orders that you really want to see, if you're in a trend or if you're looking to trade a breakout, something like that. And then transversely, if you are, look on more of the defensive side, say maybe I was in a trade and I want to make sure that this level right here is going to hold, I would want to be looking at this column to make sure that there were a significant number of limit orders. Then you've got a histogram right here, these bars essentially. So you can see right here at 21.25, there's quite a lot, 413 sell limit orders just hanging out right there. So market's going to have a hard time getting through that level. And then in this column, the plus or minus, basically what it is it's giving you the figure for how many orders are being added back into how many limit orders are being added back versus taken off. So if I was trying to go short here, I would want to see the bears refreshing their orders and adding more back, absorbing any counter pressure. And then transversely, I would want to see this side, on the buy side, I would want to see this number in the negative, meaning they are taking off orders. They're removing orders from limit orders, from the system, essentially. So yeah, that can be really, really helpful information to see what the level of absorption is, and if you're trying to see if a particular level is going to get broken through, you want to be able to see that people are taking off orders, not adding a significant number of orders back on. A lot of times you'll get algorithms that will defend a position for you, and they will throw on what are called iceberg orders. So they're just like very, very small orders, usually 1, 2, 3 contracts, something like that, but in very rapid succession. So you won't get this really big volume dot like right here. It's more like, say, if we were to zoom in, we might see some icebergs. Let's see. I want to see at this level right here where the support is. So, yeah, like these little guys. Normally it'll be even higher succession than that, but you'll get a whole bunch of these little tiny dots just going off like rapid fire, basically, and those are iceberg orders. So, and like I said, algo traders will use those to to defend their positions and to absorb the incoming market orders and either provide support or resistance to the market. And then on the far right here, this is the volume profile, range in this instance. So you can see, at least for the session so far, prices haven't traded above this level right here at 31.2675, and same thing here at the bottom. So that's pretty much it. And then on the bottom here, we've got this blue line is your profit and loss. So as you're in a trade, you're going to see the blue line going up and down in concordance with how much money you're making or losing on the trade. And then on the bottom here, these are it's the same thing as the cumulative orders. So you can see like the longs did break above right here, but ultimately got rejected, and now we're back in the red. So this can just be a helpful indication as per what direction the market is moving in, and we can see that there are more sellers than buyers right now, and the markets want to push down. So we can see a huge band of resistance right there. Might get a possible breakout here in the moment. So I'm gonna throw something in the market and we'll see how it does. So I put in a market order for 3 contracts to the short side, and okay, we're seeing nice. Okay, so there's some support right here. You could see it was like 156 lots being added in. And here are market orders. There's a pretty good amount of them, so you can see that there's a pretty decent amount of aggression here. I definitely don't like seeing that, and the curve right here on the cumulative number of orders. So and then you can see my P&L, my profit and loss, going down as the trade starts to go against me. And so we got a lot of buyers coming in the market right now, and I'm going to set a stop loss right there. So if it breaks that level, it's going to close the trade for me. And it looks like we're breaking out. In fact, all right, so now I'm going to reverse my position since we just trapped out all these shorts. And I guarantee this is where it drops. Just kidding. And so we're hitting some resistance up here, and I want to see market orders on the long side, and I want to see shorts pulling their positions. So this is like an aggregate number of five price levels. How many orders are either getting added or removed? You can see a lot of longs are refreshing their positions here. There's quite a bit of resistance, and you can just see these two sides kind of battling it out, and sellers are trying to hold the market down, and you can see there's quite a bit of resistance here. 220 lots short at 31.26, and now the market is kind of breaking down. So we'll see if the longs have enough steam to rally back up there. If not, I'll close this little simulated order. Like this is the first day I've used this thing, so don't judge me. I'm still very much getting used to it myself. So I'm just gonna close this out because clearly it failed. You can see my equity curve here come down a little bit, and okay, so now it's pulling back. Let's get short here because this looks pretty good. And the longs are firing right back. I want to see this cumulative coming down, which it is, slowly but surely. Nope. They're sure battling it out. Nice band of resistance right here. I like it. Dang, that was a big order though. And it tells you how many lots it was. That was 125 lots to the long side. And we're still holding, in fact, increasing the number of cumulative orders by quite a bit. So that's showing quite a bit of strength to the long side. And we're going to see if this resistance holds. If it does not, I'm going to set, oops, that just closed it. I was trying to set a stop loss, buy stop order. So it's a shift and left click for buy stop orders. So 3124. Yep, there we go. So you got to hold down the shift key apparently. So I set it so we have to break through this level, and if it does, it's going to engage my limit order right there. So we'll see what happens. Come on, market orders. I don't think it's going to make it. Alright, I'm going to cancel that then since it wasn't triggered. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can get more of a macro view of what's going on here. So you can see the heat map. I mean, this thing is gorgeous. There's a couple different settings for it. We've got a grayscale heat map. I actually kind of like this. I mean, it's easy on the eyes and it's not super distracting. And it definitely helps bring out the contrast of the volume bars and everything. So yeah, but that's really much it. That's pretty much it. I just kind of wanted to give a brief overview of what Bookmap is, how it works. As per the costs, I mean, right now I'm just running on the free version. You can actually download this and trade simulated, you know, just for play money, so to speak, for free. And we just get it on the Bookmap website. I think it's probably just bookmap.com. I'll just double check here for you. Bookmap.com. And it is. So yeah, you can go to bookmap.com. You can get it on Mac OS or on Windows, and you can trade for free. For free, you get the cryptocurrency markets, and this is, like I said, the futures market, and I believe this was 34 hours. So this was the probably the night before last. This is about actually 4 or 5 o'clock. But yeah, I mean, I highly encourage you guys to download this and check it out. I mean, it is really, really fun and interesting, and it really gives you an enormous amount of data to work with. You can really see like this really strong push right here. You know, you can see the strength that is being exhibited by the market in a way that you might not be able to with traditional candlesticks. I mean, just look at the volume right here. That and you can actually get alerts that will go off when this kind of stuff happens, if a certain level of volume is hit. And we as traders, we can only really be as good as our data. And if we don't have enough data, or we don't have the data presented in the right way, it makes it significantly more difficult to trade. And the fact that I know if I'm getting into a trade that there's this huge band of resistance right here, that is going to give me information, and it's going to tell me that we are going to need a whole lot of volume to break through this level. And then transversely, say if I'm short right here and I'm looking for a bounce, I know that entering in this area is going to be the optimal area to do so on the pullback because there's so many orders backing me. So I can enter with confidence knowing that I can enter right here. I can put my stop loss immediately on the other side and have confidence knowing that the likelihood of me getting stopped out is significantly less because all these orders have to be taken out in order to do so. So, and I cannot express that enough, how important it is to be confident in your position and your decision making, because if you're not confident, you're going to have anxiety, you're going to be constantly worried about whether or not you're going to get stopped out, losing your money, which is going to lead to taking your profits too soon, moving your stop loss further in and getting stopped out, before the trade has a chance to mature, that kind of stuff. And it leads to better decision making and being able to view the market and the fundamentals in a much more digestible manner. So anyways, I just wanted to share. I hope you guys check it out. It is really, really great. And I'm on NinjaTrader right now and using an order flow indicator suite called MZ Pack. And I had actually considered switching to this because I really, really like to be able to see the levels of absorption and everything and just the way this whole thing is laid out. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.